The trailer for Godzilla Minus One now officially released, and now I'm going to break it down for you guys as soon as possible, so sit back, relax and enjoy. So our beloved Toho logo appears, and then we see the shots, which are pretty much extended shots from the teaser we already saw around a month ago, where people are just running away, trying to hide from Godzilla. They look really cool, and it really gives you the fear of Godzilla and the perspective of the people running away. We see a train getting thrown through the air, and then it crashes on some train tracks. This shot is also an extended shot from what we saw in the previous teaser, and it looks really good. Then the scene cuts to black, and we hear Godzilla's massive footsteps in the background. We see a massive smoke cloud appearing, and then we suddenly see Godzilla's snout. In the next shot, we see a woman staring at the Godzilla through a window. I gotta say, in that shot, Godzilla really reminds me of Heisei Godzilla, which I obviously love, since Heisei Godzilla is, in my opinion, the best Godzilla design, and pretty much also the perfect Godzilla design. We also see an extended shot of Godzilla biting into the train, just like in the previous teaser, and looks pretty good. Again, the design for Godzilla is awesome. The next shot is Godzilla slowly moving his tail and then cutting through the buildings and crushing the people on the streets which are running away from the chaos. The shot looks really good, the destruction looks so realistic. I wonder how they did that, since they probably didn't use that much money as they did in the American movies, but it just looks as good, maybe even better. We see a shot of Godzilla walking towards a group of people which are all running away and trying to fight for their lives. We only see Godzilla's legs and feet, and these just tower over the very small people, all fighting for their lives, all in the risk to die. We also see that Godzilla is so heavy that he kinda sinks into the ground and cracks up the cement, sending all people, cars and objects around him flying. Then yet again another extended shot from the previous teaser. We see some people who were working in a building on top of the building, and as the building starts to crack up, we also see another perspective of those people while the building is crashing and crumbling together, and it's kind of terrifying seeing their perspective, but it's also really well done and beautiful and scary and terrifying at the same time. Another shot of Godzilla just walking through the streets and crushing people is seen in a very gory way, and it's very well done. Again, the CGI is very, very well done and incredible. Then there is the most terrifying and scary shot in the full trailer, which also has got probably the best CGI in the full trailer. We see an atomic bomb getting released on Tokyo, and it's terrifying seeing all the people just standing still. In the beginning I thought it was that the people just, they knew that they were going to die, so there was no point in trying to fight for their lives, as they knew they couldn't do anything and they just died. But then seeing Godzilla also standing still, I realized that it was showing that the atomic bomb explosion is so fast that they didn't even realize, and they didn't even have time to react, because the atomic bomb was so fast that they died before they even realized that the bomb exploded. And that is such a great yet also terrifying and creepy and scary detail. But yeah, this movie is definitely not gonna shy away from touching on those mature, scary, dark and also terrifying themes. It's clearly showing the people dying, and since Godzilla is pretty much a protest and generally something against radioactivity, I think this movie is gonna very much focus on this theme, which is great because we needed a serious Godzilla movie like that, and especially with the wars going on today, it's a great message that we need to stop using nuclear weapons, to stop war in general. And yeah, also all the buildings just get demolished. There's no trace left. They're just crumbled. They're just ashes. It's terrifying. Even though Japan as a country in general, the people don't hate America and only hate the government, who at the time decided to release a nuclear bomb on Japan, which I think everybody in the full world should hate those people. I guess Japan generally, again, does not hate America, but since our director Takashi Yamazaki is pretty much a Japanese nationalist, I think he will also kind of butcher down the US government or the military, as he will show probably the darker side of them, again by dropping off a nuclear bomb, or also maybe retreating from Godzilla and yeah, maybe getting just demolished by Godzilla. And I think that's great, showing the country which pretty much got destroyed already by the atomic bombs, then also Godzilla showing up, still being able to fight for itself and protect itself without the help of any other army. Then we see the shot post-war, Japan had lost everything like in the previous teaser, then another shot of this building that got demolished in Tokyo, and then from 0 to minus. This refers to the fact that Japan was at 0 at the lowest after the atomic bombs were dropped, and then Godzilla shows up and just makes things even worse, bringing them into the negatives. And a friendly reminder that this movie takes place right after the Second World War, so the sense of bringing Japan into the negatives makes even more sense. I guess if Godzilla would have showed up today, I guess this concept wouldn't have made much sense, since living in Japan is pretty a cool thing, and definitely Japan is in a pretty good spot right now. And yeah, financially, I mean, they're doing pretty well, so I guess back then it made sense that they were going from 0 to minus, but today it would just go from pretty much a good spot to 0, but yeah. Then there is this beautiful shot of a ship cruising over the ocean, and beneath it we see Godzilla swimming. And this shot looks very cool. It gives me Godzilla from 2014 vibes, like the first Monsterverse movie. It looks incredible. I'm hyped to see that. Then another tragic shot, a young soldier who probably got forced to go to the military and into the army, seeing all his other soldiers, all his friends dead, which is just tragic. Then here we see a presentation by some Japanese scientists. This reminds me of a scene where there is also a kind of presentation about Godzilla in the original film from 1954. Maybe it's won't be like in the original movie, but maybe that's as Dr. Serizawa, or maybe someone else is Serizawa and that's just a scientist. We don't know, we'll see. Then two ships almost crashing into each other, and some general character drama which is gonna be very tragic, and then a beautiful shot. We see a glimpse of Godzilla's atomic breath striking and cutting through a military ship, which then explodes, creating a massive firewall. It looks so realistic, and I hope we'll get to see something more of Godzilla's atomic breath, but so for now it looks incredible. Then we see a traumatized soldier on the ship saying, yeah, everyone died, and we see also the wreckage of a ship. I'm not sure if it's the same ship. I feel like the other ship got destroyed way worse and just completely exploded, while that one seems just kind of damaged, but yeah, we'll see about that. Then a ship crashing onto the mainland into some buildings. This probably hints at the fact and shows us that there is probably gonna be some fight in the ocean, which I'm extremely hyped about, since I'm pretty sure that's gonna be awesome. Then the most underrated shot from the full trailer. That monster will never forgive us. I guess it's true, Godzilla is a monster searching for revenge, in hate against the humanity for having dropped the atomic bombs on him and everything, and he's just searching for revenge and just wants to kill humanity for that. Then a small shot of Godzilla probably walking onto one of the crashed ships. Yeah, it looks great. Probably it's gonna be the final battle. I'm not sure, but it's my sensation. I feel like that's gonna be in the final battle. Then we have the title card spelling Gojira -1. Very cool. And then Godzilla displaying his classic roar. I gotta notice that we see his skin is almost falling off, or at least some parts of the skin fell off, revealing his flesh, and he's generally really wounded and everything. And I have the theory that that is after the atomic bomb got dropped by probably the Americans, because that would make sense, and to me, that would make more sense than it did in King of the Monsters, because in King of the Monsters, Godzilla got like stronger because of the atomic bomb, but I don't think that made much sense. Here, even though, yeah, he absorbs the radioactivity, but this doesn't make him stronger. It still quite weakened him, but it shows that he still survived somehow, and it also shows that Godzilla is near impossible to defeat. So here, the atomic bomb also feels more dangerous, which is the message of the movie, to make radioactivity and atomic bombs dangerous. And, you know, in the monsterverse, just letting Godzilla just like, you know, absorb the radioactivity from a nuclear bomb like it's nothing, just doesn't make an atomic bomb as scary as it does in this movie, or at least how I think it's gonna do in that movie. And then the American release date, the 1st December. Yeah, I mean, let's hope it comes out in Europe too. I mean, it's surely gonna come out, but let's hope it will be in theaters. And let's also hope that it's gonna be as soon as possible, because I definitely want to watch this movie. So yeah, this was my breakdown of the Godzilla -1 trailer. It looks incredible. I definitely want to watch this movie. It's gonna be one of the best Godzilla movies, shortly said. But yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. And yeah, that's it. See ya, guys.